Welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca. This is going to be my exclusive homeschool channel. If you have seen me on my other channel, Becca at Home, that's more of my homemaking content, DIYs, anything I throw out on there. This one is going to be exclusively for homeschool. So I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom and a homeschooling mom. I have basically K through level 3 right now. My kids are in between grades. It's summertime right now, but next year I will have a first and a third grade, which is breaking my heart, but I'm so excited. I'm sorry if I keep hitting the mic. I'm going to walk around Dollar Tree. It's my favorite store for back to school supplies. If you want to see what I would do starting homeschool, oh my gosh, I started homeschool literally all from Dollar Tree and things I printed for free online. So if you're looking for something like that, let me know down below because I would love to dive deeper. I'm not going to go super deep into all of the things that I love. I'm looking for things that are new this year. And I honestly just want to have some fun looking at the back to school supplies, but I will point out some of my non-negotiables from here because Target, Walmart, Amazon, places are charging so much money for things. I think you can still find a pretty good deal in here. Anyways, grab a coffee, grab your favorite drink. I'm an espresso girl. I got 2 shots of espresso with, I think, 1 pump of cookie flavoring, and half and half is literally my new go-to drink. And it's really inexpensive. Anyways, I'm going to head into the store. I'm going to try to use my mic. I don't know if it's going to work. It looks really busy. I'm getting used to wearing this in public. So let's head in and see what we find. Don't forget to subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel. I'm a brand new channel. I'm starting this one all over again. Stick around if you are a homeschooling mom, if you have younger ones, if you're starting fresh, if you have older ones and you just want to give me advice, I will welcome that anytime here. So everybody's welcome. Stick around. I would love it if you say hello down below, introduce yourself, but in the meantime, let's head into the store. So we are starting off strong. This Dollar Tree has so much stuff stocked. I was so excited, and honestly it was a little bit slow filming around people. I never want to encroach in someone's space, so I was really excited that I got to take my time and look at absolutely everything. I found all of these really cute pencil cases. We'll see the reoccurring themes, and a lot of times Dollar Tree does come out with themes, and then you'll find that theme carried into almost everything, which I love. If you have little ones, I think it's just so much fun for them to go pick out back to school supplies. When I was little, this was my favorite time of year. And so now that we homeschool, I think it's even more fun to let my kids do the same. Pencil cases are just, I feel like, a staple when you're going back to school shopping. Dollar Tree has you covered. If you have a little one that's looking for something like these silicone ones I just pulled out, they had these really pretty, I want to call them mermaid scales. We'll just go with that. They were really pretty. It was almost like a pink iridescent, and then there was one that was a purple and a blue teal. It doesn't really pull on camera, but they were really pretty in person. And then I found the gaming theme, the candy bear theme, candy, or what are they called? Gummy bears. Been seeing this all over the internet and I wanted to see it in person. I found these really cute clipboards. There was the gummy bear, the cherry theme. They also had, I want to say, a strawberry theme and then the gamer theme. So we'll see that here when I pan up in a second. There was all of the pens, the pen selection. If you collect pens, oh my goodness. And these keychains, they had sequins in the back. So they would be so cute on a backpack or a key ring or on somebody's pencil case. I feel like part of the allure of back to school supplies is sometimes just having something cute. I know that's how my brain works. When I was at school, if I had cute supplies, I was ready to take notes for hours, especially in college. And as backwards as that sounds, sometimes you just have to enjoy the process, and that is just a reminder that it is the little things. So if my kids think something's cute and that's what they want to write with, then we will do that. They had these really fuzzy charms. There is a gray one here I'll find in just a second. So they have the red one and the gray one, and then these 6 color pens, and again the gummy bear, and then the gaming. They had so many erasers. I'll find more of those later, but these stackable pens were really adorable. Although they would take up probably 90% of a pencil pouch, totally worth it in my opinion. Ink Brand has so many new pens out this year. I've seen quite a few of them. Let me know if you have tried them. I have never ever had issues. These are adorable pens. Adorable. If you are a pen collector, get there before the school supply selection goes down, because with Dollar Tree, if you don't get things early, then you end up, and here's more charms. They're so cute. if you don't get there early, unfortunately, a lot of their stuff is picked over quite quickly. They had some really cute paper clips with the little charms on the top. Those are fun if you junk journal, or if you're honestly just looking for a fun way to spice up all of your organizing needs. I think organizing things is, again, it's fun when things are cute. Here are all of the, again, cherry theme. You could really make a really fun back to school basket. A few years ago, and I'm so happy to see these back. These are malleable. Again, like most of pencil pouches, there are hard ones here, like hard cases, and then the malleable ones. I love the ones that are soft because I can shove them in a backpack and they are good to go. We like to bring things, everybody wants to color sometimes, or if you just want to throw something in your purse to have with you, they are great. There are so many incredible journals. I'm going to show you as many as I can. This is one of my favorite places. I've gotten better over the years. I used to hoard journals, and then I would just, if they're dated, or I don't know, I stopped buying so many planners, but I still thoroughly enjoy looking at them. Anything with a hardcover, let me know if I'm the only one. If it has a hardcover, I'm automatically just like so intrigued by it. I think it's so cute. They had beautiful hardcover journals, just empty notebooks if you wanted to color or sketch. And then how cute are these notepads? I love the ones with magnets though. Again, that's something super easy you could DIY. If you have a magnet notepad that sticks on the fridge, you guys rip off the magnet and just hot glue it back onto another notepad. I feel like that's just a really easy way. How beautiful are these covers? Grow with you, peace, love, chill. And then these ones are so much fun. I had to take these down so I could show you. These have a texture on them. I don't know what it's called, but it's so much fun to touch. I love them. So if you have a little one that's super tactile, or if you just love to fidget with things, I think those are super fun to have. And then they had these 4-pack for mini sketchbooks with the cutest designs on them. And I feel like, again, these would be great to throw in a backpack, a busy bag, you name it. Again, I homeschool, so I'm always looking for paper, pens. I always carry those things. And then I feel like if you're a mom in general, you always have some sort of drawing something with you, either in your bag or in the car. They did have these character pencil pouches, so there was Lilo and Stitch. I'm not sure who those dolls are. They surprisingly had a Harry Potter and Spider-Man, and then there are some matching notebooks. So if you have a little one that's into any of these characters, I don't want to say run to Dollar Tree, but definitely head to your Dollar Tree before it is actually back to school time, because I feel like when these things drop, they are sold out extremely quickly. But how cute are these notebooks with the matching pencil pouch? It's so much fun. Like, as a kid, that was like the highlight of back to school, was having matching sets. Not that they need to be, but if you have a little one that's into these characters, it would just be a really fun way to start their back to school season. And then they had a lot of pastel colors of their notebooks. I tend to not buy notebooks at Dollar Tree. You can find them cheaper at Target or a Walmart. Usually they go down to sometimes like cents for the notebooks, but they're so much fun. This really beautiful journal, if you are a gift giver, this is Always Growing. It's like a wellness journal, and it was actually marked $1.25. I feel like that would be a great thing if you are someone who keeps like a back stock of, and then of course all of their index cards. Those are always great to have. Binders, and this is amazing to keep on your fridge. I have one of these from Target and it looks essentially the same, but this was only $1.25. The Jot brand, the JOT brand, I love that brand. You see it year round, but when back to school drops, they come out with some of the cutest things. And then all of the composition notebooks. If you like to keep a backstock of, like a gift basket of sorts, there's always somebody's birthday or a celebration that you forget about last minute. I like to keep things on hand, and I feel like notebooks and journals are always one of those things that you can throw in a basket. So this is a great time to pick those up. These mesh zipper bags, love as a mom. I use those for everything. When we get board games, if the board game can fit in one of those bags, it saves so much space. Math manipulatives, or if you're looking for some way to keep all of the little things that you use when you're doing schoolwork, it is game changer. It's so much easier sometimes than stacking a bunch of containers. They do have some hits and misses when it comes to their workbooks, but if you are starting out with a younger one, toddler, preschool, I thrived in Dollar Tree when it came to back to school supplies. I literally homeschooled out of Dollar Tree for like all of pre-K, and it was great. You don't need much. Contrary to what you see on social media, it does not take a bunch to teach your children. Get creative, be resourceful, and I will always recommend starting at Dollar Tree because you can come up with some really great gems. They had all of the character backpacks. I believe these are $5. Check your store. I know they're the Dollar Tree Plus section. It's always changing. I got my kids' backpacks last year, so we don't need those. I was so happy to see this back to school, we'll call it like the lunchbox section. So many really cool finds. They had these, they're like a DIY Lunchable. You get 2 in there with the lids for $1.25 or $1.50, excuse me. I'm so used to saying $1.25. You don't know anymore about the prices when you walk into Dollar Tree, so I'm a little bummed about that, but the $1.50, honestly not bad. The plastic, some of these did say Triton plastic. I don't remember which one, but I know that's a little bit of a stronger plastic, so make sure you read the labels. I don't know if all of this can go in the dishwasher, but literally anything you could need for your lunch boxes, back to work, back to school, whatever your needs are, they had it. Sandwiches, overnight oats, the stackable snack containers, anything you could need to pack a lunchbox, you would find here in this section. And I thought these were great as well. They do have these, I think they're Rubbermaid brand, in the actual Tupperware section, so don't forget to look over there because sometimes, you know, things are always hidden up and down the aisles. You have to look high and low to find things, and then I am in love with these containers. These are so cute, but honestly they are practical. We have a lot of math manipulatives, a lot of things that we are doing new this year, so again, my kids are infatuated with Legos. Who's not? Legos are so much fun. So I thought these would be fun. I ended up getting all of the bigger containers. I put the smaller ones back just because I feel like I didn't have something for sure that I would store in there, so I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of the containers I'm bringing in. But they literally have I think this was a Crayola container, and they had a bunch of the primary colors, and these are wonderful if you're homeschooling multiple children. We have one of these. I think it's the one on the bottom. There's this square looking container, and then there's the round one, and I literally put all of the markers, the crayons, the glue sticks, the pencils, everything is in one carrying case, because sometimes we'll homeschool on the floor, the dining room table. These are a little bit angled. I'm not sure why, but they were fun colors, and they were honestly quite large. These are great containers if you have things that you need to stack. I'm not sure what I would put in there. They are a little bit on the thinner side as far as plastic, so I feel like you'd be better off getting something different in the storage section, but just, you know, do with it as you may. Take that with a grain of salt depending on your needs. These whiteboards are kind of a miss for me. I use them for the first year. If that is all you can find, they work wonderfully, but I will say they don't last as long as if you find something maybe at Walmart or Target. Pay a few more dollars and the whiteboard will last you for years. And then we're going to go through the pen selection. The ink matrix, I'm not sure if I've ever tried these, but I've heard really great reviews. They carry everything in here, honestly. A pen is a pen to me. If it writes well, wonderful. If it doesn't, we'll get through it, but they have so many different things you can purchase here. I like to get the most that I can, so I'll usually go for pens that come in multiple sets. They have the big pens, the like original ones, mechanical pencils, highlighters. I saw somebody swatch these highlighters and they're metallic. They are so beautiful. So if you need highlighters and you want a little bit of sparkle and glitter, Dollar Tree has got you covered. They had these really cool neon pencil cases. You could use these for pens, paper clips, you could use it for makeup storage, whatever your heart desires. They have so many cool things out. I've never seen those dry erase markers. I thought those were fun. You always find really interesting brands when you come into Dollar Tree. Sometimes there are things that you'll see it maybe once or twice and then you'll never see it again, which is why I love the hunt. Picking up kitchen scissors, I literally am always running out of these. These are the harder pencil case covers. These are the only ones I saw. I didn't see anything different. I did see someone said that they scratched really easy, so if you're not opposed to that and your kiddo won't mind, they're definitely really pretty in person. Again, all of the pencils and pens, and then here are the zebra pens. These were absolutely adorable. I didn't need any new pens, otherwise I would have snagged a few of these, but
I think that these are really cute, and they get really good reviews that they write very smoothly. Here are some other paper clips. They're the cherry theme, and then gummy bears, sticky notes, and magnets. Literally cannot have enough magnets if you are homeschooling or if you're just a mom in general. These rulers are not my favorite. They fall apart. I would definitely go with either the wooden one, or I think there's an acrylic one I'll show you in just a second. Pens are new. They're super fun. They have little smiley face characters on them. They click down, and I saw somebody write with these as well. They seem to write pretty smoothly. Don't take my word for that. I thought they were really cute. I did pick up some pens, these ones, and then I ended up putting them back. They are beautiful. They're really pretty colors. I saw them, and they were gonna be part of like a gift basket, but then I realized I'd probably prefer to get a set that has 4 different colors for the person that I'm buying them for. Anyways, they had so many beautiful things in here. I would spend hours just looking at all of the fun pens. They had the sticky notes, again going with those themes. There's the gamer theme, the gummy bears, and the cherries, and I don't know if the picture actually goes through like the entire sheet, but they had the cutest erasers, the absolute cutest erasers. And again, these are something just fun. I love getting these for my kids because they are great little like fidget things while I'm reading a book, or if they're working and they just want to hold something. Who doesn't want to open their pencil box and find like a cute little friend in there? They had animals, they had, it looks like Barbie accessories, and then they had the really cute stationery sets. I think there was a shark, a monkey, an elephant. I'm not sure, but I'll show you. It comes with a character pen, it comes with a little notepad, and then an eraser. So I ended up putting those back because we don't need 10 erasers, and I got the little stationery sets. Oh, here's another box. You could use these, you guys, if you're a gardener. You could use those for seed storage, or you could use those for index cards. Safety scissors, calculators are an absolute must. I get these at Dollar Tree all the time, and my kids think that they're super fun. I would definitely go with this kind of ruler. You'll get a longer lifespan out of that. The other ones, the 2 for $1.25, I think, or $1.50, not a bad buy. But I do find that they don't last that long and they end up falling apart. Or these ones that are different colors. I think there's blue, pink, and red. Oh my gosh, how cute these acrylic organizers. They are so nice in person. They are a thin acrylic, and I think you can use basically like poster sticky things, poster tags, somebody correct me what they're called, but they come with these little adhesive dots. There's 3 different styles, so don't just pick up 3 off the shelf. You're definitely going to want to look around. There's this larger one. I write really large, so I would definitely grab that one. I have one already, otherwise I would have snagged these in a heartbeat. These are amazing if you have somebody who's going off to college, if you need to just organize your fridge, or if you're homeschooling, or you just want to keep track of like your meal planning, and then you grab another one for appointments or whatnot. You can put these literally anywhere, and I think they are such a good buy for the price. And then there were 3 of these new Jot. I love this brand. If you see the Jot brand, we've seen them around for honestly like feels like forever. They come out with some of the greatest organization stuff for school or your office. And then again, here are the stationery sets. I ended up putting the stationery sets back in the basket, and then I ended up putting the erasers back. My kiddos don't need a million erasers, and I feel like the stationery sets were so cute because they were themed. So I ended up grabbing 2 of those. And then how cute are these sketch notepads? These notebooks, there are 3 different options. There was space, almost like a safari jungle, and then a construction. I didn't see anything with different themes. I only saw those 3, so let me know if you see anything different in your stores. We have all of the paper trays. Dollar Tree has had these forever. If you are looking to organize anywhere in your bathroom or hair supplies, makeup, those Jot organizers are amazing. Don't just think of school when you're shopping for organizers in the back to school section. Tiny little sneak peek of the Halloween section. I cannot wait to come back and film the fall video. It is literally my favorite time to shop at Dollar Tree. I have heard that they are increasing some of the prices. I'm hoping that that doesn't go for seasonal decor. I know that there is a Dollar Tree Plus section. I am still a fan of the $1.25 seasonal decor. Let's see what else we're shopping at Dollar Tree. You know, you have to search high and low. Don't be afraid to go down aisles where you think you may not find something. A lot of times there are things mixed together and you're like, wait, this isn't technically the category, but you find hidden gems. This is where all of the coloring books, the I want to say like traditional school supplies would be, anything for your office would be down this aisle. I adore this aisle. This store is one that is a little bit on the smaller side when it comes to like coloring books and things like that, but this is where you would see all of the school things year round. These are absolutely amazing if you're looking for math manipulatives, if you're looking for just building blocks in general. You can kind of interlock all three of these together. There are 3 different styles that I saw. So if you're looking for counters, or if you're just making a busy box for a little one while you're schooling an older one, I do that. Or if you just want something for your little one to tinker with while you are teaching, I love giving my little ones things that they can do while I'm reading. If we're doing unit study, they are still kind of small, so we write things down, but we do talk a lot. These are reward punch cards. Absolutely amazing. I buy these off Amazon every single year because we do a treasure box every year for my kiddos. There goes my coffee pot. Good morning, and cheers to a strong cup of coffee if you are hanging out with me in the morning time. I did end up buying this lacing tool. I've never seen this at Dollar Tree, so it's always good to have on hand, especially if you have a little one learning to tie their shoes. These busy bags I have been seeing all over the internet. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything that we don't already have, so I didn't want to grab those. If you have a classroom area, these are, I believe, wall decals. Absolutely adorable. They have the cutest, sweetest little animals and a ton of really cute sayings. Do not sleep on the Dollar Tree stickers. Dollar Tree has so many sticker options, and we go through these like water. When we do an activity or they complete a page in a workbook, we put a sticker on it. It's just something fun. This is absolutely a steal for $1.25. It was counting money, so it's basically like felt money, and then here's your traditional sentence strips if you're doing a poster board. I have a huge whiteboard and I love decorating it, so it's really fun. They had some large rulers, and then here are counting blocks. These are great math manipulatives. I found them a little bit larger in the Target dollar spot years ago. Hunt around, don't be afraid. Again, you don't have to do everything out of Dollar Tree, but I love starting here first because I feel like comparatively to Amazon, Walmart, Target, all of the stores, Dollar Tree has a really great selection when it comes to like crayons and glue sticks, and we'll talk about that in a second. Obviously, if you catch a back to school sale, that I'm sure you can find things a little bit cheaper, but it is a really great place to start. They have some really fun crayons and erasers, especially if you have a little one who is learning how to hold and write. Here are, I believe, tanagram shapes. They had sorting, so really, really great things that you can put into like a little index card holder box as little activities. And then these books, we used these for the very first year of homeschooling, and they were honestly such a great fun. Now, things change in your stores. My stores, I feel like they change every week. The books sometimes are picked over, so just fun looking through the books. I know a lot of times when I see one book, behind it is a completely different book, so make sure you check every single area. And sometimes these books are mixed in with coloring books and reading books, and I'll get to the reading books in just a moment. I still stand by a lot of the Dollar Tree reading books. If you have a rising reader, someone who is learning how to read, and you're looking to stock your selection, I adore the library, but sometimes it is just nice to have books on hand. Repetition is key when it comes to reading. So these stickers here, these are my kiddos' favorite. These are, I want to say themed character sticker packs. You get 3 or 4 pages, and the stickers are obviously amazing. My little girl heart would go for Lisa Frank. They had Marvel. There's always some sort of superhero. Disney princesses, Lilo and Stitch, and Dr. Seuss is a repeat that I see a lot at Dollar Tree, which I absolutely adore. So these ready to read books are always here. There's always some form of them. There's PJ Masks. I found a ton of Arthur. Arthur's been hanging out for a while, which I love because I grew up watching Arthur. There's so many different things and so many gems you can find in here. There were some empowerment books that I'll pick up in just a moment, which I thought were absolutely amazing. I didn't pick up any of these here. I feel like we have a lot of these. A lot of our library did come from Dollar Tree, and if you have multiple kiddos, then you save everything you used. It doesn't always work with the second kiddo, but when it comes to books, I have a very hard time getting rid of books. I thought these were so sweet. It's a very positive message. I do like to read through them just to make sure grammatically everything is correct. Every once in a while, you'll find a book that doesn't really flow or make sense. So sometimes I'll just have to pop in and out and fix a few words, and I'll just do that with a Sharpie and we all survive. Coloring books are an absolute must. If your kiddo likes to do coloring books, word puzzles, word searches, you name it, Dollar Tree has got you covered, and they have the funnest selection of coloring books. I love coming here because, again, it's inexpensive and you could pay $4 or $5 for something easily that you would find at Target. So don't forget to look in these aisles. Now these are, I want to say, part of the back to school, but again, they weren't in the back to school section, but they were a little bit higher priced. Again, wonderful if you're organizing your home. Here's an acrylic organizer. I want to say it's for mail or magazines. Clipboards are amazing. Do not pay $5 for that one unless you absolutely want it. They have a traditional clipboard, I think, for $1.25 down below. Here's another acrylic organizer. I think that would be great. They have an entire office collection, so if you're looking to redo your desk, definitely go to Dollar Tree before all of this stuff sells out. I feel like a lot of the new organizers that come in, I grabbed a few of these for my beads. I am obsessed with beading right now, so that's one of my other hobbies or crafts at the moment. Let me know what your favorite craft is to do. Traditional pencil boxes I love because I can just put everything in there that my kiddos need. Pencils, markers, crayons, glue, their favorite pencil, everything fits in there. I thought these were fun. They are a little bit on the smaller side. Don't forget to buy the lid because you'll be so sad you didn't. But they are really nice quality and the lid does lock. And these floating all over social media. It is a little bit of a step back into time with the Crayola. It feels a little bit nostalgic. So if you're looking for something specifically branded, they had a few of those in the store, and then they did have those cups. Calculators are a favorite. We have tried the smaller calculators, hole puncher. You're always going to need a hole puncher. I don't have a binding machine or a 3-punch holder. I feel like a single hand punch is amazing. It saves on space, and literally you can put it anywhere in a pencil box. These organizers are adorable, but honestly, my personal opinion, I think that they do not work as well as something like this with smaller mesh holes. All of the pens in like the rose gold and the gold cups, I feel like they just fall out. I had them for about a year and I ended up just donating them because they didn't work for us. They have so many different selections down here. I'll show you the clipboards. They had a few folders. Again, there's things that you'll find in this section that should technically be in the back to school section. So don't forget to shop around the entire store. Sometimes you'll see things on end caps. Sometimes you'll see things at the very top of an aisle. Here's coupon holders. You could use these for sticker collections. I know a lot of times with our curriculum, there's things that we cut out and I end up just paper clipping them to the book, hoping that I save it for my next kiddo and they get lost. So I think that would be a great idea, if you're using certain little punch outs for an activity in the book. These are amazing. These are paper binder clips that have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you have older kiddos or if you take out your workbooks and you tear out pages, you put everything binder clipped Monday, this is to work for Tuesday, so on and so forth. You could separate things like that and organize with the paper trays. Here is a clipboard, and then here's a more traditional clipboard. These work just the same as the $5 ones. It's really just if you want one that looks aesthetic or not. I've never had an issue with those. Hands down, my favorite pencil. I used to buy really fun pencils, but I feel like they just do not work, you guys. Maybe you've had better experience, but these Trichondra, and I'm saying it completely wrong, are absolutely amazing. They last for years. We rarely have to replace our pencils. I will say, if you can catch them in Dollar Tree, they have the shorter, stubbier pencils, and those worked wonderfully for my kiddos when we were teaching them how to write and how to hold a pencil. So super fun. These notepads were so fun. It's basically like an index card without the lines, but I thought it was fun. It came in multiple different colors. And then here are the ones with the magnets on them. I love these. I use these all the time for grocery list. As something runs out, we just write it down and it's great. Save the magnet because you can hot glue the magnet onto any of your favorite notepads. You cannot go wrong with the Dollar Tree sticky notes. I love them. They come in so many different styles, and back to school again is my favorite time to stock up. I always grab a few because I use these in curriculum. I use them for note taking. I use them for grocery list sometimes. I was so excited to see this mixed media. I was a little leery. I feel like this might be a misplaced product. The paper was so good. Let me know if you have it. And then there were these traditional pencil baskets. Let me know if you've ever remembered having those in your classroom when you were little. I remember them from elementary school. These twistable crayons, I was so excited to see those. We didn't need any, otherwise I would have snagged a few. Scissors are so good. The training scissors, I love getting the chunkier crayons, crazy art crayons. I've never had an issue with those. The Dollar Tree crayons and colored pencils leave a little bit to be desired. If that is all you have access to and that's all your store has, we have definitely used those in the past. They just aren't as pigmented. These color scratch pads, I love the larger ones. The smaller ones are always fun to keep in a backpack. And Elmer's glue, we all know Elmer's glue works wonderfully. I prefer using glue sticks. These crayon boxes are an absolute must. I feel like putting crayons in a pencil box never works out for me. They always get broken or lost or just smashed, so I would definitely invest in one of those. You'll have them literally for years. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you are excited about this year in your homeschool. Let me know what you have been seeing in your Dollar Tree. If you've ever shopped at Dollar Tree, I found these at the checkout. I was actually looking for these and I never saw them. I know there's quite a few going around. I personally am not a fan of Diet Coke or Coke in general, but I thought these were absolutely adorable. If you're doing junk journaling or if you're scrapbooking, these would be so much fun to take apart or just add on top of. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you would like to see a more in-depth video of the things that I would absolutely use in my homeschool buckets or just homeschool in general. I'll see you guys in the next one.